This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. It's press conference day with me, Chris Van Heerden. Chris, we just had the press conference there. First of all, welcome to the UK. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thanks for having me.
That's good to hear. Now, let's talk about this fight, Conor Benn. This is a fight you've insisted on for a long time. We heard in the press conference there you've been messaging Eddie on Instagram saying, give me this fight, I want this fight. Why this fight? You could have taken easier options.
Absolutely, I could have taken easier options. You know what? Once I start seeing that Conor and them dropped my name in interviews, I said, you know what? Let's go. I want this fight. I did slide into Eddie's DMs and I said, give me this fight, because this is Conor is right up there. Conor's not a bum. You know, he's in the talks of the next generation. The Jaron Ennis's, the Conor Benn, the Virgil Ortiz, and I want to fight the best. I want to fight the big names, and Conor's that guy. And I said, you know what? I like to test myself. I'm a fighter. I like to test myself. And a win over Conor means I'm right back in the top 10. It means right back to a possible another world title shot. So I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to revive my career. I'm doing this because, you know what? I do believe in my ability, and I do believe that I have what it takes to cause an upset.
At what point did you become aware of Conor Benn? Because over here he turned over with the name and we didn't expect too much, and he has become one of the most improved fighters in world boxing. At what point did you start to take note?
Honestly, when people started sending me interviews about Conor dropping my name, and that's when I really started paying attention about Conor. And then obviously I saw, you know, after that he fought Granados, he fought Algieri, and I was like, okay, I want to be part of this.
Obviously you had a bit of an activity. I think it's been 60 months since the Ennis fight, and it was talked about in there. Over here, a lot of people have been quick to write you off, as I'm sure you're aware. It's something that was spoken about in there. However, do you think people are judging you too harshly on the Ennis fight?
Absolutely, because no one knows. How many people knows that I took that fight on 2 weeks' notice? 2 weeks' notice, 2 sparring sessions and a weight cut. I took that fight because his opponent dropped out, and they always know where to go. If they want a tough guy, a guy that's up for a fight, the fight was offered to me. I took it. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Boxing was dead. I always say yes, and I'm being judged on that. But it's okay.
In terms of this camp, had a lot more time to prepare. How are you feeling? Do you think the little bit of time away has actually suited you in a way?
You know what? No damage, right? No damage to the body, especially, you know, the older you get, the less damage to the body is better. So I feel amazing. I feel good. I feel ready.
In terms of Conor, when you analyse him, there's been a lot made of the quotes that were going around about you saying you feel you can outbox him. He's not the best boxer. He's a very aggressive fighter, powerful puncher. But is that how you believe you win this fight? Simply outboxing Conor?
That's, you know, my strength is boxing. You know, let's people know my strength is boxing. So I gotta execute my game plan. But once we get in the ring, you know, once you get hit in the mouth, your game plan changes, and I will have to do my very best to do whatever I have to do to get this W. And I know I have the equipment to do it.
Obviously, very touching moment in the press conference, Eddie, speaking to you about your late father. My condolences. And he asked you if you'll be carrying that energy into the ring with you. How much does it lift you knowing that you started this journey together and you'll still be there watching as you get to this big point on Saturday?
Like you said, you know, I carry his energy. I feel him. And I'm just proud of myself that I didn't give up, that I stayed with the vision and I stayed committed, and that I can honor my, you know, I know he's watching me. I know he's watching me, and that I can honor him and say, Dad, you know what, we did it.
Final couple before I let you go. We've got a big fight in the state as well on the same night as yourself, Errol Spence, who you know very well, against Jordanis Ugas, 3-belt unification. Who wins and how?
Ooh, you know what, that's a good fight. You know what, if you asked me this question 3 years ago, I would say Errol Spence. You know, he's the only man to beat me. I'm always rooting for him. But let's not look past the fact that he's been inactive as well, and the car accident and the eye. So there's questions. And Ugas, I mean, Ugas is not a bum. Ugas is really talented. So, in my opinion, I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Excited for it.
In terms of when you faced Errol Spence, and you know you got better insight than anybody, what can you tell us in terms of his attributes? Is there anything that he did that surprised you or that was quite overwhelming?
Yes, you know what? He's very basic. He's very compact. He's 1-2s, jab, 1-2s. He's very, very compact. What surprised me was how he the distance. He's very good at calculating the judges, the distance. Like he'll jab you and get out of the way just enough so you miss with your jab. Like that really surprised me. His punching power didn't surprise me. I got hit flush numerous times on the chin. Didn't wobble me at all. So I've been hit harder, way harder than Errol Spence. But Errol Spence is very consistent with his power punches. Very surprised. Like every punch it's at 80%. And that's what breaks you down. And that's how he breaks a lot of fighters down.
Chris, thank you very much for speaking to Boxing Social and good luck this weekend.